Hello, my name is Jim, and this is your Daily Brogue for June 9th, 2019. Put out my water. There we are, a tea room. Okay. And Ghana scroll, a little bit of score in the corner. So yes, I'm a little bit behind in the uploading. That's because I've been doing a couple of things I probably shouldn't be doing, like working. And what sort of things have I gotten done? Oh yeah, last week I got a podcast up. That was awesome. Doing really well. The last month's podcast did really well as well. So that was all nice and good, but you know, it takes time. It takes time finishing up a podcast and stuff like that. On top of that, I have been very bad and decided to play with a statistical mechanics MOOC. Nothing over here, I see. Oh, there's a potion way over there. And that takes up time as well, because it's computational statistical mechanics. So there's the way out. And there is a treasure room. Okay, or that thing's going to require a scroll of shattering. Let's see, what do I have? 3 scrolls. Let's try a couple. I got a Discord and Shattering. So we'll wait for that. So I'm taking this MOOC and it's taking up a lot of time too. Statistical mechanics, algorithms, and computations. That was actually interesting. So I was actually planning on doing a project with that book over the summer. Not a project, but well, just try to go through it and do all the programs. And randomly, on my Yahoo account, somebody sent me a link, I think Coursera, to something of the same title. And I looked at it, and it says, oh, this is the title for that book. So it's obviously a very small subset of what's going on in that book by, I think, Werner Krauth. But, you know, it was a, it's a book. It's on the same subject, and it's been all right. I mean, it's a little bit canned. I often have absolutely no idea what they're talking about, but you know, I'm doing fine. But it's just a little bit more complicated than I shouldn't say complicated, but it's a little bit it's got sort of the weirdness that you have with MOOCs, right? So this this MOOC is definitely not it's for somebody who's reasonably advanced as far as mathematics is concerned, let's say that. But the actual work that you're doing isn't that. It's hard to say. It might not make sense, but the actual work you're doing is sort of at a high school level, right? The background part of all this stuff is the background part uses a lot of concepts and a lot of stuff in general from your if you remember, your advanced math for physics and engineering graduate students. It's got a lot of stuff like that going on, right? So that's it's just a little bit weird, right? Because you don't really have to think too much about the problems, except, whatever it is that whatever it is that the problems actually say. You're spending most of your time trying to figure out, well, what does he really want me to do here, right? And you're not spending so much time figuring out, what do I have to do? Once you figure out what you need to do, it's usually extremely straightforward, right? I mean, it's like I said, it's stuff you could give a high school student to do, except for all of the background stuff that goes along with it, all the background material, right? So we're sitting around talking about all these integrals and stuff, but in the end, all you're doing is adding up a bunch of stuff in the adding up a bunch of stuff, basically. So if that's all you're doing, then there's probably no huge reason to worry about it, right? So I mean, it's a little bit weird. Like I said, again, it's something that you should be able to give to a high school student, but some of the background material is, I shouldn't say complicated, but it's at an advanced level. It's described for somebody who already knows a lot about mathematics. So that makes it a little bit difficult to describe exactly what you're doing and how all that stuff relates to you and so forth. So I mean, it's a really, really good class, I think. I'd much rather do the stuff that I was doing. I can still do the stuff that I was planning on doing later, because, I mean, everything here is done in the most simplified way, right? But, I think I probably will in the future try to do that, right? Try to do those things. I wish I took a little bit more time, because I've got other things that I'm doing. I mean, real things for work. But for the most part, everything seems to be reasonably good. So anyways, that's just been taking up time. And being an old man, time is exactly what I don't have, right? So, there's a bloodwort stock. Reading the book rather than just worrying about what's going on in the problem sets. Has actually been quite useful. Found a great, absolutely great idea out of it. And there I'm dead again. Actually, I completely fail at this thing. This is like the 4th or 5th time I've tried to go through the June 9th, and usually if I die before depth 5, I restart. And so this is like the 4th or 5th time that I haven't done anything good on this level, on this seed. So, anyways, awareness, and there was a potion of strength in there if I'd just been using it. Although probably by the time I'd gotten to it, I would have killed myself. And there you go. Thanks for listening to me talk about random stuff again. Doing the same thing over and over gets you that way.